Hello everybody, it's Fufu here, and today I will be counting down the top 5 most underrated Pokemon in Pokemon Sun and Moon. These Pokemon are really strong in battle, but have either gone overlooked or have received a bad reputation which they don't deserve. Obviously these are just my opinions. I think these mons are great, but if you really don't, I'd love to hear why in the comment section below, and also tell me if you think I've missed any Pokemon off this list. But without further ado, let's get right onto it.
Number 5.
Drumpaw, the Grandpa Dragon Pokemon, is my favourite Pokemon from the new generation, so this pick is definitely biased. I know a lot of people don't think he's bad, but I think he's really great, and I don't think he's receiving the full attention he deserves. Yes, he has a slow speed, and his bulk is only average, but his huge special attack stat completely mitigates that. With his insane move pool and great coverage options, this Pokemon is guaranteed to hit hard. Not only that, he also gets access to a signature ability in Berserk, which boosts Drumpaw's attacks even further anytime his HP falls below 50%. I like to pair this up with Roost so that you can get multiple boosts as you recover your health and your opponent drops it below 50% again. I've given plenty of reasons why I believe this Pokemon deserves to be on this list, and I hope I will see more Drumpaws out there now.
Number 4.
Alolan forms are, in my opinion, one of the best aspects of Pokemon Sun and Moon, a fresh way to enjoy some of the most loved Pokemon from the very first generation. So I was very excited for the prospect of a sleek blue-grey Lowland Persian. But nope, unfortunately it looks super derpy with its round face and smug eyes, and it's these goofy looks that have put people off trying a Lowland Persian. But it has a number of things going for it. Its base 115 speed is very speedy. It has the Fur Coat ability which doubles its defense, making it surprisingly bulky despite its low base stats. And it has access to stab foul play, meaning it can hit physical attackers without having to invest in its attack at all. But most importantly, it gets Parting Shot, a very good move for gaining momentum in battle that has an incredibly potent Z move. You switch out, lower the opponent's offense, and then fully heal your incoming Pokemon. This completely changes the tide of the battle and is very powerful. All these aspects combined make Alolan Persian a great support Pokemon and warrants it being the 4th most underrated Pokemon in Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Number 3.
When the cute little sea cucumber Pyukumuku was announced, I thought it was adorable and was willing to give it a spot on my team in Pokemon Sun and Moon. But then we found out it got no directly damaging moves at all. Obviously this put people right off using Pyukumuku, but it has some tricks up its sleeve that make it a very nice wall Pokemon. Its pure water typing, high defenses, and access to recover mean that it can tank so many hits and can recover off damage easily. With Soak being able to turn opponents into the water type, it can toxic anything in the game and store them out. It also has some great support options for its team in the form of Z Memento, Light Screen and Reflect, and also Baton Pass. So don't step on this cool little mon that is placed 3rd on the most underrated Pokemon in Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Number 2.
Galicia Pod's design is insane. From the small beginnings of Wimpod, few people saw this radical transformation coming. Galicia Pod is a fearsome sight to behold, with his hulking figure and many claws. Equally surprising was the fact that Galicia Pod retained an ability that works exactly like Wimpod's Wimpow. When its health drops below 50%, it is automatically switched out of battle. This means that it can't boost stats without risking losing the boosts when it's switched out. It has to take more hazard damage each time it switches in, and might miss a turn if the opponent takes its health down before it attacks. However, its ability is where the bad news stops. It has an extremely strong attack stat backed up by tough defenses. It has access to many forms of priority. In First Impression, a very powerful bug type priority attack, Aqua Jet, and Sucker Punch. These can potentially get KOs before Galicia Pod has to take damage. Also, it gets strong stabs with Liquidation and Leech Life, and Leech Life can even give recovery. With this raw power, Galicia Pod should not be so easily dismissed and is the main reason it is 2nd on the most underrated Pokemon list.
Number 1.
Togedemaru is this generation's new electric mouse Pokemon, and at first glance it doesn't seem outstanding. None of its stats are super high, though its attack and speed are decent. It has a steel typing which gives it some nice resistances, but also means Togedemaru has a crippling quad weakness to ground. But despite all of this, Togedemaru has been seeing popularity in this year's VGC format, the official double battle competition. That is because of its very useful doubles move pool. It gets access to Fake Out, which can prevent an opponent moving for a turn, Encore, which is great because Protect is very common in doubles, and if you can make your opponent go for Protect over and over, it makes that Pokemon practically useless, and also Nuzzle, which can paralyze opponents and give you some speed control. It also has access to the ability Lightning Rod that allows Togedemaru to absorb electric attacks for its partner, which is handy if you want to use Pokemon like Pelipper or Gyarados, which are also very popular at the moment in VGC. So for its viability in an extremely competitive forum, Togedemaru has taken the #1 spot in this list. So there you have it, my most underrated Pokemon in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Please let me know in the comment section below if you think I got anything wrong or if you think I missed any Pokemon off this list. Also, please consider leaving a like if you enjoyed this video. All that's left to be said is I've been Fufu, you've been awesome, and hopefully see you next time. Goodbye.